Our next bout features a fighter joining us from Galesburg, Illinois. Please welcome Sean Johnston.
My name is Sean Johnston. I fight, keep myself out of trouble, help keep my animosities in the ring, keep myself out of jail, trying to, get somewhere in life. I love fighting. I look forward to a good fight. Seen good things from this mic. I'm looking forward to a nice, good stand-up fight. I love battling it out, good exchanges. I'm really looking forward to this fight. I've been wanting this fight for a couple months. I was supposed to have it on 2 shows ago, and things fell through. But tomorrow night, man, we're getting it in. I have no doubts in my mind. I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna beat the shit out of this boy, and I'm gonna show him why real men get in there. I'd like to thank all my fans and supporters, everybody that come out to see me, everybody that couldn't make it, but they're watching this on video. Thanks, I appreciate it a lot. Some words of my opponent, man. Notice you like to keep your hands down. I suggest keeping them up. Make sure you don't get too comfortable in there, because I'm coming out to beat your ass, man. I'm tired of the bullshit. My last fights look like shit. Did some few things to fix that, so we're gonna get it in tomorrow night, boy. You better be ready.
Making his way to the cage tonight, out of Galesburg, Illinois, Sean Johnston, and I'm assuming that's his son or a family member on his lap, and that's awesome to see somebody coming to the cage with his family's support like that. That's great to see.
It really is, and like we talked about before, seeing these guys aren't just fighters, they're family men. They go outside of here and they go and they live their normal lives, where they're not fighting. But they have to flip that switch once they walk in, and then they're a fighter. They're intense and they're ready to go.
And he said he's ready to stand and bang. And with you going to cover the Cotto fight in Mayweather soon, what do you think about the controversy between boxing and MMA?
Oh my goodness. You know what? Before I started actually really, really closely following MMA, maybe a few years back, I really gave the edge to boxing. I always thought that boxing was, more strategic. It was more pure sport. But coming in and actually seeing this up close and having, being blessed to be able to do something like this and commentate firsthand, thanks to Mr. Mike Goodwin, being able to see that, you see the strategy, you see the training, we see everything that these guys do. And it's neck and neck now. Honestly, I would have to say that MMA is probably a bigger sport than boxing right now.
Right, and you need boxing in MMA. I mean, they go hand in hand, so I rarely argue against one or the other, because if you're an MMA fighter, you have to have boxing or MMA.
Exactly, and it's interesting to see how these guys are able to throw that into what they do, along with everything else that they train and work for.
Right.
And his opponent joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Mike Johnston.
Mike Johnston, 24, from Davenport, Iowa. I've been training at home for this fight. I'm a fighter because I love the sport. I like the competition. It's good action, good time. What's going through my head when I'm fighting is just try to get the win some way, somehow. Try to get the best of the guy any chance I can. During the fight, I'm usually just thinking about landing my next punch, avoiding his next punch, and just trying to hopefully win. Sean, I know you've been waiting for this one, so you better be ready because I'm bringing it.
Making his way to the cage tonight out of Davenport, Iowa, Mike Johnston.
Now, seeing him come to the ring, we saw his video earlier, he said that he trains out of his home. Is that an advantage or a disadvantage at all for a fighter to be training at home, getting ready to do something like this?
I would have to personally look at it as a disadvantage because you don't have the team around you pushing you. So no matter how highly motivated you are, you're only one person, and you can't get the work that somebody on a team can get. Not saying that you're not pushing yourself 100%, but being in a gym, when you're ready to quit, you've got that guy saying no, you've got one more round, and that has to be an advantage to somebody with a gym or without. The last time he was here, I believe he had a huge last-minute knockout, which was the
scheduled for 3 rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in at 140 1/2 pounds. Joining us from Galesburg, Illinois, Johnston. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall and weighed in at 141 pounds. Joining us from Davenport, Iowa, Mike Johnston!
Jeremy Anderson, your referee, Sean Johnson in the black and red shorts, Mike Johnson in the blue and black.
Now, I know we were talking about how Johnston's last fight had an incredible knockout that came out of nowhere.
He already gets knocked down early. Wow.
And it's like they're holding him up.
Got a huge flash knockout. Hot back up. I know Johnson thought he knocked him out, but Johnson's saying, no, I'm not knocked out. Interesting. Saying he's good. Jimmy Anderson's seen this a long time. May let them continue.
Reckons gonna stop the fight. So just as surprising as that flash knockout was last time that we saw from Johnston, it looks like he's getting a little bit of his own medicine this go around.
It was a big knockdown. And you know, his face hit I think his face hit the mat and full knockout. I know it's heartbreaking for Johnston, especially coming off a fight of the night. Last time he was here, hometown crowd, being from, not hometown crowd, but hometown love, going towards him being from Davenport. But
ladies and gentlemen,
these things happen.
Referee Jeremy Anderson calling the stop to this contest at 11 seconds into round 1, declaring your winner by knockout, Sean Johnson!
Reactions from the crowd, but Sean Johnston gets a knockout win in the first round over Mike Johnson.
This is where you have to trust in the referees. They know when someone's hurt, and they know how it's going to go.